Okay, go.
Go. Okay, we are talking about elapsed time. And we're going to do this short video so that you can fast forward, rewind, watch it again, so that it'll help you remember when you're doing your homework at home. We use a chart to help us do elapsed time. Daniel, help me out. How many columns do we put into this chart? Three. So we draw two lines for the chart. And then we go across, and you can see that we have 1, 2, 3 columns. How are we going to label our columns, Danielle?
Time for the first one, hours for the next, and minutes for the last.
Yeah. So now our chart is set up. Here's our problem up here. 9:25 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. We want to know how much time has elapsed, or how much time has passed in between this time and this time. The start time and the end time. So our start time always goes right here, 9:25 a.m. And then what we're going to do is we're going to count up, or we're going to count on, till we get to 11:45 a.m. It's a really good strategy for figuring out how much time has passed. So what I like to do, Daniel, I don't know if you're similar to me, I like to get to a whole hour as soon as possible. Some people like to stop at half hours too, just because it makes the thinking easier. So some people, immediately what they would do is add 5 minutes. Why would they add 5 minutes, do you think?
To get to the half hour, so you can add 30 to get to...
Yeah. 9:30 is just a whole lot easier to think about than 9:25 is to think about. Now to get to the next hour, how much more do I need to add?
30.
Yeah, 30 minutes. And I'm trying to do a better job of lining up my numbers here. So when I get to the end, you'll see why it makes my life easier. So after adding 30 minutes to 9:30, I get all the way to 10 a.m. But I'm not there yet. I still have a ways to go before I can get to 11:45. What would you do next?
I would add 1 hour.
1 hour? Okay. And if I add 1 hour, what do I get to?
11 o'clock.
Yeah, I get to 11 a.m. And I'm still not at my target end time. What do I need to add on to get to my target end time?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. And again, I'm trying to keep my columns lined up here to make things easier in the end. Now I'm finally at where I wanted to get to, 11:45 a.m. But am I done yet, Daniel?
No.
No, what should I do now?
You have to add the minutes.
I do. I'm going to switch colors to do that. Okay, so I've pretty well lined up here. Not perfect. It's a little bit hard sometimes when there's one skipped. But 5 plus 5 is?
10.
10. I carry the 1. Then I've got 1 plus 3, which is?
4.
Plus another 4.
8.
8. So I have a total of how many minutes?
80 minutes.
80 minutes. Would I write down the answer an hour and 80 minutes?
No.
No. What would I do?
You'd subtract 60 minutes from the 80
Mm-hmm.
so that it would put on another hour and have less than an hour for the minutes.
Okay. So if I subtract 60 from here and I add that 1 hour onto here, what do I have total?
You have 20 minutes.
Yeah. So what's my final answer?
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah. And could people solve this a different way?
Yeah.
Some people might like to combine this step. They might just add 35 minutes on at the beginning. Some people might like to combine this step and do that all at once. There are many different ways to use this chart to solve this problem. Thanks so much, Daniel. Cut.